Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Tim Van Orden, and this is Start Here. Today I'm out on a snowshoe run around Woodford State Park in Woodford, Vermont. And as I'm out here, I'm having lots of thoughts about capacity versus potential, because I'm starting to train again for a possible athletic comeback. And this has been a really daunting process for me because I've had so many obstacles come along and knock me down that I don't have the fitness that I did over the past few years. So I've got a long way to go to get back up to peak elite fitness. And there's this part of my brain that just wants to give up because it's looking at my potential. It's saying you have the potential to do great things, but you're so far away from doing them right now that you can't do it. You have to take these enormous leaps and they're just too big. It's not possible. And you see that potential way off in the distance and you feel shame and you feel regret and you feel all kinds of terrible things about yourself because you're here and what you could be is way over there and you don't measure up to yourself, to your imagined potential self. So one of the things that I've had to do to get myself back out here and training again is to focus on my capacity rather than on my potential. And the difference is this. Potential is what you're capable of over time. It's an idea of what you could do if everything went as planned. I have the potential to become an elite athlete again. I have the potential to win a national championship again. But right now, in this moment, I'm not capable of winning a national championship, and I'm not capable of competing at an elite level. My capacity for fitness right now is significantly reduced compared to what it was in the past. My potential remains the same, but my capacity is much less. And that may sound like a bad thing, but it's not. We're going to turn that around now. What I do, instead of focusing on my potential, I focus on my capacity. What am I capable of right now? Don't worry about what you could be. Don't worry about what you've done or who you've been. You have to let that go. Let your past accomplishments go and let your future potential go. Just let it go and focus on your current capacity. How big is my tank right now? What can I do right now? Focus on that. Okay, I can't take enormous leaps and bounds. I can't go out there and train 20 hours a week like I used to, but I can still train. How much can I train? Can I train 45 minutes a day? Maybe. Maybe I'm capable of that right now. Let's find out. So today I'm out here doing a 45-minute snowshoe run. We'll see how that goes. And if I feel okay tomorrow, I will try it again to see what my current capacity is. Training 2 to 4 hours a day, I know that's not possible right now. So I've got to let that go and focus on what I can do. Because what I can do is take small steps. Now for me, training 45 minutes isn't that much, but for most people, I know that's enormous. Training 45 minutes a day would be huge. So focus on what works for you. Focus on what your current capacity is. Can you train for 5 minutes today? Can you walk for 5 minutes or 10 minutes? Can you do 5 minutes of running followed by 15 minutes of walking? Can you go up and down the stairs in a building you may work at or live in for 5 minutes today? Do you have enough capacity to do that? Or maybe just a minute? What if you just walked upstairs for a minute today? You're probably capable of doing that. What if you went outside and you jogged for a minute? You're probably capable of doing that. You see, when we look at our potential and when we look at what we want to be or what we think we should be or what we could be, we see the distance, we see the gap. And it's too big and it scares us and freaks us out and makes us think all kinds of negative thoughts about ourselves like, oh, I could never do that, or I'm not good enough, I'll never get there, it's too far away, I can't lose the weight, I can't get a PhD, I can't get back in shape, I can't do whatever that gap tells you that you can't do. Because you're right, you can't, not all at once. You can't bridge that gap in one step, it's going to take time. And by focusing on your current capacity, what are you capable of doing? You can gradually, over time, make improvements. But you don't ever think about what you could do, you think about what you can do. Little steps. And by taking little steps within your capacity, you will make progress, and you won't be fighting yourself because you won't be comparing yourself to some future image or some past accomplishment. I'm capable of getting dressed, putting on my snowshoes, and going for a short run. I'm capable of doing that. I don't worry about the result. I don't worry about where it's going to get me 6 months from now or a year from now. I just focus on what I'm capable of right now, and I take that step. And who knows? These steps may add up, and I may indeed get back up to an elite level of competition. That's possible. I have that potential. But I'm not going to worry about it. I'm just going to focus on what I can do and move and think within my own capacity. That's it. I hope that helps. I love you.